2 Corinthians 4-5 The warfare is spiritual, relying on divine power, truth, righteousness, faith rather than manipulation, force, or deceit. These weapons are mighty through God to destroy fortresses often interpreted as entrenched, false belief systems, arguments, or intellectual arrogance that opposes the knowledge of God. The passage calls for controlling one's thought life, rejecting ideas that do not align with God's word, and aligning mental focus with the obedience of Christ. Paul was defending his ministry against accusations, asserting that his strength came from God rather than worldly authority. The weapons we fight with are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ.
4 is a powerful, inspiring verse that shifts the battlefield from the physical world to the spiritual realm, promising victory through divine power rather than human strength. The weapons we fight with are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. The weapons available to you are not carnal, fleshly, but are mighty through God. This means you are tapping into the same power that raised Jesus from the dead. A stronghold is a fortified place, a mental block, a deeply rooted lie, a habitual sin, or a pattern of thinking that opposes God's truth. It is an area where the enemy has tried to take you captive. No matter how intense the battle, your arsenal is superior to the enemy's strength. 2 Corinthians 10:4 invites you to stop fighting in the flesh and start fighting in the Spirit. It is a promise that no stronghold of doubt, addiction, or fear is too strong for the God who fights for you. You are not fighting for victory. You are fighting from a position of victory that has already been won.